My name is Gladys Henderson, and I'm reading from my manuscript, Eclipse of Heaven, which I received word today will be published by Finishing Line Press for release in the late fall or early spring of 2008. Fires from Cedar Point. We sat beneath the shadow of St. Anne's Cross, eating shrimp and bread. Later, we drifted the tidal flow at Cedar Point, amazed the water was still clear. All around us, sand dunes, ripe with honeysuckle, blossoms yellow as Irish butter, white as a winter moon. We hid ourselves behind the flowered vines and dried our bodies, smoothed the towel across our necks and thighs. Such a perfect stillness, the sound of cloth on anointed skin. My brother's photographs of cherry blossoms in Japan. It is snowing. The pagodas of Tokyo are rimmed with lips of red. In their shadows, they gather snow lace and drip chimes on flat stones. A woman walks in blue kimono and mahogany shoes. She carries a glass of wine in an outstretched hand. Light moves across her face like a river. She measures her steps carefully, watching her hand and the sway of precious liquid. The path from the familiar is covered quickly. Outside my bedroom window, snow clings to the tops of evergreens. Winter recedes, snow rolls off the roof. I'm in my bed with a shoebox of your photos, and this one on top, your thumbprint in the corner, changing colors. I remember your hand shaking when you held it towards the light, as though you might find what was lost, your eyes like an 8-year-old looking through a forbidden window. Slowly steps end without imprint, only the blossom flower each spring after. When the wind blows, pollen and flower fall to the ground as one voice. Ferry crossings. Those watching begin to turn away until no one remains who has seen us off. Faces of men and women grow smaller. The waving hand of a child disappears. The vessel hauls port and we journey through the narrows, cars rattling below, a few sounding their alarms like tepid elephants screeching their discontent. Sono echoes its intervals across the seafloor, listens for openings between the vertebrae of sand and stone. Deep fog swallows us. The captain surrenders to read the faces of dials. We are balanced high above the tide, nothing to bind us. Harbors have disappeared from sight. We rock with the motion of the ferry, the calendars of outcomes suspended. Some fall asleep. Others stand at the rail watching the closeness of gauze-wrapped islands slip by. The foghorn blows 3 times, then is silent until it awakens again. What brings us to our crossings is not spoken. We float in the place between, lulled for a moment in the address suspended, allowing time to hold us as we travel through the schedules of our leaving. Eclipse of Heaven. The warmth of my hand traces an image on the transparent pane of a startled bird spilling her wings over the glass. I cup my fingers, press my ear closer, hover between the two worlds, and hear my mother's voice. In staccato movements, her body is revealed, whole and perfect the way I remember from childhood. I see her hands, the curve of her neck, her flowered apron. She is joyful, walks with others, looks towards the window as if someone calls her name. How could this be? 2 worlds casting their shadows one onto the other. Perhaps it's an eclipse of heaven, a madness that would not mend. Thank you.